Hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Reading here on the Black and Orange channel. I am known as Autumn around here. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's a big day. Whoops, I'm here every day of the year, day in, day out. 365 days of the year, and every weekend, weekday, holiday, you name it. We're here together. So anyway, I'm here to take 12 questions at 12 o'clock every day at noon in Central Time in the U.S., Chicago time. Chicago. And I have a co-host, Boo Boo Zen Kitty, my little positive energy generator, who is currently sleeping. This is prime kitty nap time, and it's very, very cold here. So he has found a warm little spot, and maybe he'll show up later, but we'll see. We'll see. If anybody is remotely interested in pop music, I have pinned a song up in a music video up in the top of the chat, just because I've been listening to it all morning. It's just a very calm, happy little song, almost entirely in Korean, but it doesn't matter because it's just a happy, calm song. You can put on closed captioning and see what they're saying, but it's just nice. Basically, everyone I know personally, with God willing, spirit willing, with the exception of me, knock on wood, everybody I know, their lives are blowing up right now. I have... Oh, Rosalind Reed, you didn't offend me on my birthday. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Oh, Kathy Anderson saying Papa Tan is asleep in the sun. How wonderful is that? I have one friend who was just diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma that's spreading. She's significantly younger than I am. I have another friend whose significant other, well, I don't want to go into too many details, but yeah, just personally, I think it's a midlife crisis, but this person is lost their mind. Just selfish, just phew. And long marriage with kids, so it just poof. It's just what did she tell me? 2021 is like 2020 with, what did she say? Basically, 2021 is turning out to be somewhat of a disappointment. Oh, Holly, my fiance lost his 3rd SSDI appeal over the weekend. I am so sorry. Yeah, 2020, worst year ever. 2021, hold my beer. So, yeah, I know people in and out of hospitals. I know multiple people in and out of hospitals. I know various people who have just, they either have or they're dealing with. And yeah, plus we have this impeachment today, and there's all this talk that doesn't matter how terrified these people were, that people broke into the Capitol to do them harm. Came with zip ties, pipe bombs to divert police. On and on and on. And they're still going to let this guy, they're still going to quit this guy. And so I'm just sitting here, it's like, you know what? I'm going to listen to the happy, calm song. It's CIX, complete in X, sometimes called 6, because it's CIX, it looks like 6. Their new song, Cinema. Movie Star was already on my walking playlist. So this just, yeah. So Cinema is now at the top of my walking playlist, and I listened to it over and over this morning. So anyway, I'll quit blathering on, but I wanted to say that if it just seems like the whole world has lost its marbles, you're not alone. I too am I was watching Lori and Johnny were on the Way of Positive Change this morning. They might still be going, I'm not sure. It was wonderful. I got to see part of that. And Johnny was, he was saying pretty much what I think a lot of us are saying, which is, the cards were saying that Trump wasn't going to finish his time in office. It's like almost everybody's cards were saying he wasn't going to finish his time in office, and he did. But there are other things that it's like we don't see how it would happen, but it did. And now it seems like most readers, their cards are saying something's going to come out during the trial that's going to suddenly switch. That suddenly something will come out that causes those Republicans to vote to convict Trump. And it's like, really? Because at this point, we're kind of jaded. But you know what? The sun came up today, and I was walking along to a happy song, and that's just how I'm gonna roll today. And I hope you'll roll that way with me. So anyway, I'm here to take your 12 political questions, and we will look at all of this. So it's a good day. I put on some extra sparkles today. Just for the sparkle. That was the point, just for the fun little sparkles. And some pretty lace here, and I've got you. So let's do the thing. So anyway. So if I'm smiling, it's because I have chosen to smile today. So anyway. Shirley, Becca had a nasty read about Trump. Yeah, last night she did the Grand Tableau. I saw that. And yeah, it was saying the same thing. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Kathy. Sure, we all need a little bling, true. Kathy Michelson, we all need a little sparkle. Yes. So anyway, I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to look for anything in all caps. If you have any questions for me, do put your questions in all cap. And if YouTube, it will suddenly cut things off or dump me out in different places. If I missed your question, it is never anything personal, I promise. If I decide not to read on your question, it might be too much for me, or might be too dark sometimes, or it might be there are reasons that I don't want you to think it's just like, oh well, that person, I don't want to read their question. No, it's not like that at all. It's never like that. So anyway, I'm going to scroll up. We'll see what we can find here. Let's get some happy little questions going. Shirley, your knock made my dog bark. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Warrior girl. Things will work out. Okay, Sabrina, will the Capitol building ever get saged? That's interesting. Will the Capitol building ever get saged? Let's look at that. Spiritually cleansed in some way. I like it. Renee, Hello, what's up with someone trying to poison the water or plant in Florida? Oh, jeez. Have they caught that person? I mean, if they've caught them, then I don't have anything to read on here, but a person trying to poison plants in Florida. Okay. Well, I've got it written down. We'll see. Thank you, Renee. Hey, Robert. Will the Senate trial remove Trump's ability to be elected again? Okay. Senate trial. Remove the Trumpster fires ability elected again. Okay, that's number 3 for today. All right, let me see what else you've got here. And if you're wondering why I'm just sitting here dancing in my seats, because I've got that song stuck in my head, and I'm just choosing the way of some gentle positivity. CO, is this that Pluto coming through, or is it Mercury retrograde? Oh, it's a couple of different things. But let's talk about that for a minute. Pluto coming through. Or Mercury retrograde. Oh, it's so nice to be able to use shorthand because I know the astrological symbols. Done. But we should talk about that because I think it probably has more to do with another aspect that's going to be exact on the 17th. I believe. We'll look. Google Peace, Sunday, February 14th. What about it, Google Peace? Are you concerned about Valentine's Day? I've the number of good Valentine's days I've had in my life, I could count on one hand. the sun in the sky is square my natal sun. Beginning of February, beginning of August, every year. It's not great. I just roll with it. Cheryl, will Trump's border wall be demolished? All 3 inches of it? When they replace it, it's kind of a non thing. But let's have a look. Okay, well, the Trumpster fires, border wall, be demolished. Okay, got it. That's number 5 for today. Oops, helps if I can spell. All right. Oh, Holly, I started a business last week, so I'm hoping my job and extra income from that will pull us through. Oh, excellent. Mercury retrograde. You might have to fight a little bit for that, but that's okay. That's okay. It's doable. Some people have Mercury retrograde. They're born during Mercury retrograde, and they deal with it their whole life, and they just get used to it. Like, becomes a non-issue for them. So that can be good. Frosty Bean, are we living in the wrong universe compared to the cards? Oh, let's have a look. Are we living in the wrong paired to the cards? All right, we'll have a look. All right, number 6. Let's look at that, Frosty Bean. Hey, Julie, are some senators not going to show up for the impeachment vote? Okay. senators not going to show up for impeachment vote. Okay, that's number 7 for today. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Warrior Girl. CO, can you read on ICE deporting Haitian children and babies, directly breaking Biden's orders? And there goes my pen. Well, 4 days ago, oh yeah, here we go. Despite Biden's moratorium, ICE deports dozens to Haiti. As ICE gone rogue, U.S. just deported 72 Haitians. Okay, well, all right, well, I was hoping there'd be more information, but no, it's just bad. Just generally just bad. ICE deporting Haitians. Despite Biden's executive order. All right, that's number 8. Okay, let's see. What have we got here? Aaron's son. Good day, Autumn. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a fine day. Excellent. I hope everybody's having a good day, too. But I know that there are many, many people who aren't, and it's kind of sad. But all right. I just got dumped out. YouTube just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. So it left me with Diva. Hey, Diva, will the income cap for direct relief remain at $75,000? Will the income cap for relief stay at $75K? Okay, that is number 9 for today. All right, Diva, thank you. Holly, I just saw that Junior wants to run for governor of New York. Junior wants to run for governor of New York, you say? New York. The place where Aunt Letitia and Uncle Si are going to. Yeah, okay. This should be entertaining. That'll be number 10 for today. Michelle, Lou Dobbs announces retirement. Anyone at Fox going to follow him? I'm not. They're definitely reshuffling over there, but I'm not picking much up today. I'm afraid I'm getting kind of an empty room feeling. I'm sorry. We'll try again. Maybe in a couple of days. Sorry about that, Michelle. Yeah, I'm not picking up much energy on that. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Erica, will Biden ever make progressives happy? Yes. But define happy. He's doing positive things that move in that direction that will help. Is he ever going to be their champion? No, he really is a moderate, and he's dyed in the wool moderate. He's not going to change his very moderate spots. But compared to what was, everybody on the left is happy. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. I don't know that I could add in much to that. See, I feel bad when I don't answer your questions. But Paula, will 911 tapes of calls made during the Capitol Riot be made available? 911 tapes of Capitol Riots made public. Okay, that'll be number 11. Thank you. All right, Belle, happy question. Oh, I'm here for it. Will there be a positive shift in consciousness anytime soon? Well, there already is. There already is. Every day is moving, as Martin Luther King said, he was talking about the arc of history, moves toward justice. It does. I don't know. I'm not picking up much. Apparently, I've just lost all of my abilities to connect. Because I'm so sorry. I'm reaching for it. I'm looking for it. I'm just getting like, we answered. It's like, but cards are, I'm just getting nothing. You're killing me here. Sorry. That's all I've got. Electra. Oh, wow. They're showing Trump at the rally that caused a terrorist attack on the Capitol building. Acentua, will there be an interruption to the impeachment trial? Ooh. All right. Number 12 for today. Be interruption to impeachment trial. All right, I've got my 12 questions for today, and I'm so sorry if I did not read on your question. Sorry, I always feel bad, but I have to go by my intuition. And sometimes it's sometimes it's a matter of what they think. It's what messages they're willing to pass on. It's just like, yeah. Thanks, guys. Anyway. All right, let's have a look at what questions we do have. 360. Hey, I'm feeling pressure of positive energy building up. Oh, gosh, I hope so. I hope so. I like that. Ed, I'm afraid I've got my 12 questions for today. Sorry. But I'm here every day. I'm here every single day. All right, so I'm starting today at 24:30. This is really interesting. I mean, you guys always have great questions, but I'm curious about this. This is just interesting. All right, got that here. I'm gonna take a quick drink. If I can get this thing open. Oh, I thought I turned this off. All right, sorry, technical difficulties here. There, forgot to turn that off. Well, I don't know if it's technical difficulties. It might just be my lack of planning. Okay. $25. All right, at 25 minutes. Will the Capitol building ever be saged or spiritually cleansed in some way? It should be. It needs to be. There's talk about stagnant energy. There's energy that's been in the corners for ever. Will the Capitol building ever be saged or spiritually cleansed? Gosh, that would be so great. Hassan reads, Autumn, I need to see ID. I don't believe you were born in the 70s. I thought you were my age. Thank you. November 6, 1971. I don't try to hide it. It was a Saturday. Anyway. The people don't want to look foolish. And I don't think they have enough of a, watcher, probably a Catholic priest blessing, tank of holy water. All right, everybody stand still. Splush. Oh, what was it? Was it in an episode of Supernatural? They were going to be walking into this building where they knew it was a trap. And there were all of these vampires or whatever it was. And so one of them said, oh, okay. So they went and found it's an old building. There's an old water tank. And they went and found the water tank. And they put a crucifix, dropped it into the tank, and prayed over the water. And prayed and prayed and prayed and made it holy water. And then set off the sprinkler system. That's what they need in the Capitol building. Just holy water just pouring down all over the place. That's what they need. Sage water or something. Oh yeah, because there's all kind of gunk, negative energy. Yeah. High emotions, corruption. Maybe it's over time there'll be like more balance in the energy or more balance in what they accept. But there's also, I mean, I've never been there, but the energy I'm picking up, just quote unquote walking the halls, as it were, it's got this kind of, it's got a little bit of kind of an institutional energy, kind of an impersonal institutional energy as well. And strangely enough, that kind of protects some of it from the worst of the worst building up, because it's a lot there that's just white noise, very boring. Maybe not fully white noise, but just very so the sprinkler system. Oh, is that Constantine? Thank you. I knew it was one of those shows. Blessing your water is actually a good thing before you drink things. But Teresa, actually, that is on today. Lilith gets run off. Oh, thank you. I could have sworn they've used it in a couple of different places. Teresa, so let's do a super prayer to cleanse it. I don't know that I'm up to tackling that today. We can pray for it, but boy, it would take a lot. I don't know if I can shift that kind of energy today, even with your help. There's a lot going on. Let's try that later this week. And as far as, if someone was asking, quinoa, after the dousing with the holy water, we'll see who melts. Michelle, they need Bill Murray to come in with his ectoplasm mechanism. Don't cross the streams. Someone was saying that if you sage the White House, would it get rid of the ghosts who are there? No. What saging does is it gets rid of gunky energy, and it'll raise the vibration in general. But there's something about the energy we give off. It's kind of sticky. It'll stick to objects and it'll stick to walls and things like that, and it builds up. And if you sage an area purposely to cleanse, it just clears it out somehow. So, and you don't need sage. You can do it with just, bless some water. Salt helps. Sometimes I'll make I'll sew little bags, little tiny bags, and fill it with salt and just put them in the corners of the room. That helps soak up some of the negativity as well. You can do lots of stuff. Ian is saying John Travolta was taken to the hospital. He thought he had COVID. He had chills multiplying. He found out it was only Saturday night fever. So folks, don't worry, he'll be staying alive. I love you guys. I love you guys. Man. I'm getting a lot of institutional stuff. So I think eventually, as this kind of stuff that we talk about is more accepted, then stuff like that will be more accepted. It'll be like, oh, okay. But for now, I mean, you can still attack a politician by saying she's a witch. But that will change. Teresa, need a very big cat to kill the rats left behind. Leah, Dems showing incredible video of the insurrection gave me chills. It's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Anyway, all right. So let's move on to, did they catch the person who was trying to poison the water plant in Florida? Did they catch that person? Somebody hacked in and was trying to change the chemical mixture in the additives for the water. And Teresa Ford, she's a witch, points itself. No, they have not caught that person. All right. All right, person. All right. Are they going to catch the person who hacked into the water purification system in Florida, basically tried to Robin, they increased the lie, but the worker fixed it in time. Yeah, we're trying to poison. Oh, yes, they caught him? I'm just saying. All right. If they caught this person, they figured the operator would be asleep at 3 a.m. Is this going to be an ongoing thing? Were there others? Is this going to be a thing? Unfortunately. Sorry about the snowblowers going outside. Sorry. Oops. Card jumped out. All right. I just glanced and saw the word scumbag. It's like, yes, this person is a washer. Oldsmar, WTP. The WTP operator saw the mouse pointer moving and corrected the problem immediately. Excellent. Yes, there are others. Oh, jeez. Holly, Jamie Raskin, is that the person who did it? Remote access to system? Fruits of labor, doing things because they can. Yeah, this is WTP water treatment plant. Thank you. Grandma Rose, it's certainly a thing in fiction books. Hope it's not in real life. There's stuff coming. When Pluto hits Aquarius in starting 2023, 2024. Oh, Raskin's the main impeachment manager. Now speaking, doing a great job. Oh, excellent, excellent. They will get more robust stuff, but there will be more. There will be more attacks like this. The NSA is they're going to be all over this kind of stuff. Yeah, they're hardening the security of our infrastructure and things like that. This is what's coming. But it doesn't necessarily mean that all is dire and terrible. You have people who are going to catch it. You have people who are going to be okay. Rondell, that's a good question, but I have my questions for today, I'm afraid. Besides, the question is there ever going to be a GOP member with a spine, guts, morals, or male stuff who will address the fact that Trump lied about the election result, let alone every other lie he spewed? Yeah, I don't know if I've got I have my 12 questions for today. And besides, I don't know if I've got the energy to try to search for Republican spines. I don't know. That's also a huge, heavy lift. That's a Herculean task. Anyway, yeah, GM Dave, none of the above. We're going to be okay. But as things go more online, things can happen. But we'll get through it. All right, 38. Oh, there's like impeachment stuff. All right, is the Senate trial, are they going to remove Trump's ability to be elected again, which would mean that they actually find him guilty? All right, senators. Whoops, cards flying out. Oh yeah, there's all kind of stuff that's going to come out. But will the Senate trial, will they remove Trump's ability to be elected again in the Senate? In the Senate, will they remove Trump's ability to be elected again? Rondell, I know. I only just found you. It's 4 a.m. here in the land of Oz. I think I already know the answer. Well, should you be sleeping? Can you get some rest? I worry. when you tell me stuff like that. That's a person holding others to account. Oh, let's see what we've got here. Will the Senate, will they take away Trump's ability to hold office in future? Oh, this is so small. Oh, this is so petty. Could this energy be any more petty? Page. No major arcana. Feeling beaten up by Trump's message. Democrats and Republicans. The energy is very human and small. Hemmed in, though. Legally hemmed in is at the center. Will they remove? It's not the card for the reading. If it was a card for the reading, it would just be like, well, that's all that means. But it's the center. But my gosh, the energy's pathetic. Yeah, we're talking about when Trump, this happened, the insurrection happened while he was in office. He was impeached while he was in office. So saying that he can't be attacked because he's not in office. It's like, hello? Anyway, no point wasting my breath on that. Will they, remove his ability? They might. It's not for no love of Biden or Democrats. It's the sheer level of corruption, the grossness of what happened. This is working, and this is Trump. This is a card I get for Mar-a-Lago, him being out. Civilian life. Firmly in civilian life. There's a chance. There's a chance. All right, 42. We'll talk about the astrology question later. 42. Will Trump's border wall be demolished? Holly, they're already very convincing. I wish they would show the faces of the Republicans after the opening video of the riots. That would be good. Will Trump's 3 inches of border wall be demolished? He caused so much chaos. My Wheel of Fortune is upside down. I don't do upside down cards. But this wasn't the card for the reading. This is behind it. Things are changing for Trump. Things are changing for Trump. Let's hope. I'll believe it when I see it, but let's hope. Trump's 3 inches of border wall. Trump's folly. And it's been built for corrupt reasons. White supremacy, the devil here, the bully, enjoying, I won't use the term I was going to say, being pleased with cruelty, taking away people's rights, people's ability to seek asylum. But it's massively corrupt. I don't know that they're going to bother much with the little bit of wall, because there isn't that much of it. But the landowners around it are like, hello. Let me see here. Because there are some landowners who are in limbo, and they're like, could we please? Oh, thank you, Belle. Thank you. There's definitely money involved. All right, let's see here. I see your question, Ian. I don't know if you could always ask tomorrow. Yeah, House saying they are not going to appropriate funds for it, perhaps. We've had to hear this for 4 years, so I'm going to enjoy saying this. Elections have consequences. Legal heartaches. Yeah, they do. The border, Aaronson's saying the border wall cuts through tribal lands, cuts off migration patterns. Yeah. But it's going to come down to, you put up a fence, you put up a wall, you have to have the money to maintain it. If you don't, it's going to fall down. Not going to be any good. Then you have to spend money to go knock it down. And if you're not spending money on it, you have to knock it down and you have to not put anything in its place. Teresa, look at that hole in the wall on the card. Oh. Quinoa, some people have been stealing parts of the wall for scrap. Don't do that. Don't do that because that wall has incredibly bad energy. He's such a blankety blank. Trump is such a blank, 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 blank. His policy, toast. His white supremacist policy, corrupt, awful. Oh, there's so much that's going to come out. The way people were mistreated and the stuff about the kids and oh yeah, that's going to get really dark really fast. So that's what I'm picking up there. 47. For the landowners, I'll say it'll take some time. Might have to do some legal stuff, but it's not going to get the funding to continue or keep up with it. So that will be in the landowner's benefit. So, all right, senators are enough Republican senators just not going to show up for the impeachment vote, so the Democrats' votes stand. Are enough senators just going to peace out? Oh, sorry, was that today? Yo, yeah, these are the Proud Boys 3%. I don't know, whatever their stupid names are, their stupid policies. Racist, patriarchal, blankety blanks, blankers. They're blankers, that's what they are. This isn't for the reading. This is the center of the reading. This is hanging Chad. This is suspended. Oh, what? Huh? Who? Oh, I had a thing. Yeah, that's a lot coming against Trump, who thinks he's going to get away with everything. Right now, the Republicans are communicating Trump's message. This is communication of Trump's message. But then it's silent as a tomb. Then we've got hanging Chad, major arcana of suspension, of no feet on the ground. All of this, all of Trump's, all this, the things he threw out coming back at him. The stuff's going to come out during this trial. It's going to be ugly. Ugly. Save 3 more cards. Thank you, Marby. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. Aaron said, oh, hi, Chad. Jody, hey, Chad. You guys are great. Three more cards. Well, senators just conveniently, oh, is that today? When it comes time to vote. Basically allowing the Democratic votes to stand because they need the majority, not just a simple majority. They need a 2/3 majority, I believe. But it's the 2/3 majority of whoever's actually voting. So there's some people could just, oh, I was busy. Oh, Trump, he's calling people. He's trying to bully people. Oh, yeah. Day ending in Y. Trump thinks he's sitting pretty. Republicans think they're sitting pretty. But the argument is very aggressive about the attack. This is the loudest and most aggressive, to some extent, card in the deck. I mean, the Chariot moves and it's change and it's big, but this one's noisy and loud and rattles your teeth in your head. Yeah. Oh no, we're not gonna do anything. But then it just gets uglier and uglier and uglier. I'll believe it when I see it, but the cards are consistent. Cards are consistent. Something's going to start coming out, or just accumulation or something, but it gets worse and worse and worse and worse until Republicans are just like, oh, 2/3 of those present, and it's all on record. Thank you. Thank you. All right. 52. All right. So, speaking of white supremacy and disgusting policy. Okay, ICE apparently has been deporting Haitians despite the Biden executive order that says no. Why? And will this stop? Thank you, Wrestling Reads. You guys are welcome to pull cards yourself. But the thing is don't tell me, if you tell me what you're getting, don't tell me just, oh, these are the cards I got. What does it mean to you? What is it? How is it speaking to you? Because the meaning of the cards can change from person to person. I don't know anybody else who their entire wand suit split out for Trump specifically. Electra's saying, so far the testimony is powerful, Autumn. I think something's coming out soon. Hope so. Haitians. ICE. Biden executive order. They're trying to say that it was already in the system. The institution. Oh, yeah, just a misunderstanding. They will eventually have to stop. But right now, you have too many people who, Trump believers. Absolute Trump believers. In the center. Oh, those are the new policies? It's like the new policies have been delivered, and this person's like conveniently not looking. But they will be reined in, legally reined in a big way. I will not go on a rant again today about how deeply, deeply stupid racism is, but 55. 55. Will the income cap for relief... Oh, my back. Will the income cap for relief stay at $75,000 a year? Will the income cap for relief stay at $75,000 a year? Help as many people as possible. Thank you, Nia. That's Pelosi. Well, the power of the purse is in the House. People suffering, running out of money, sleepless nights, improvement in America. I don't like that. This is the bad situation. This is good stuff, but there's still so many people left out, abandoned, or who feel abandoned. There is a lot of money that's going to go out there, but the cap is... the cap is never going to be right. Holly, 75,000 isn't even middle class anymore. Yeah. Insult to injury. Well, basically, there is going to be relief checks. There is going to help. It's not going to be everything we wish it would be, but that's just in general. Nia, plus they're determining based on 2019 tax info, many people have lost their jobs after that. Jess, where I live, 75K is barely scraping by. Yeah, I live in Chicago. It's not cheap here. If I want to live anywhere near my family, yeah. Yep. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lee. Lee's fur baby died this morning, protecting his sister. Oh, bless. Yeah, it's bless. Everybody I know, their lives are just... So I'm just going to keep on keeping on, because what else can you do when things are bad? The sun's going to keep rising, and you just have to keep trying to put one foot in front of the other. Smile where you can. Give comfort where you can. Okay. Oh. Speaking of the scum of the earth, Junior wants to run to be governor of New York. Trump Jr. wants to run to be governor of New York, where he's not even allowed to run a charity. He's not even allowed to run a charity. I cannot believe. So how's that going to go, Junior? It's 3 cards. He's not worth 5 cards. You're a thief. Allegedly. You're a thief. No, you are a thief. There is no alleged to it. You're not allowed to run a flippin' charity. No, it's not going to go well. But he'll always have the Looney Tunes who supported his father, and he'll always have his blank girlfriend. And I say blank because it's the expression Lena uses when describing her. Anyway. All right, now I've got 4 questions left, and they're all really interesting. I mean, the other questions were interesting too, but this is all right. Will 911 tapes of the Capitol Riot be made public? So at 102, will 911 tapes of the Capitol Riot be made public? Hey, Becca from House of Lenormand is in the house. Hello, Becca. Hello, you wonderful woman. Oh, you missed it. We were just looking at Junior saying he wants to run to become governor of New York. He's not even allowed to run a charity. Waste of space. And I've been saying all along since I came on today, everybody I know, their lives are just imploding in the worst ways possible. And we'll get to why some of that's probably happening astrologically. We'll get to that in just a couple of minutes here. But I've got 2 questions. One is I have 2 questions specifically about this whole impeachment riot and impeachment thing. Becca's laughing. Will the 911 tapes of the Capitol Riot be made public? I would imagine so, but they'll be used in. They may be used in. Who knows? They'll be used in this by the Democrats in this impeachment trial. Could be. Oh my gosh, because calls or people asking for help. Boy, the terrified for their lives. It's right behind it. Man. Oh, ugly stuff. Yeah. Communication. It ends with communication. We have justice here. We have Republicans trying to la, but stick their fingers in their ear. But no, strength of, these are the major arcana. Yes. All right. 10430. Will there be an interruption of the impeachment trial? Sorry, the shoulders tightened up. Teresa, avoiding news channels today, watching Supernatural. Oh, which episode's on now? I love Supernatural. I don't know the names of the episodes, but the storylines, I usually know. Oh gosh, poor Renee. So much dental pain, temporary crown came off, bit down while eating. Oh, gee. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on in the world. This next week's just going to be ugly. It just, astrologically, it's just going to be ugly. Man. All right. 5:30. Will there be an interruption of the of Trump's impeachment trial in the Senate? Will there be an interruption? No, it feels pretty. They're the jurors sitting, watching. They're as law related to law enforcement, sitting. Card for the reading. Feels pretty strong, but let's see. Yeah, having to sit there and relive all of this, it's going to be hard. But an interruption. This is the actual riot. This is evidence and people huddled together. It's both of those things. This is it all being communicated. I've got the Star card and the Empress. This is strength of America, strength of the situation, America seeing the situation. Yeah, I'm not getting any kind of interruption. So there's that. All right, so two questions. I'll go do this one question, and then we'll talk about the astrology of why this is happening. I won't go into a whole lot of detail. I don't even have my charts out and stuff. But the question first, I can understand asking this. We're at 107.30. Okay, the question is, are we living in the wrong universe compared to the cards? Because, I was watching back, I don't know if you got to see, Johnny was reading with Lori on the Way of Positive Change this morning before I came on. It was really good. What I saw of it was really good. And Johnny was understandably saying, look, all of these readers were saying that Trump wasn't even going to survive the full 4 years in office, and he did. And we're so used to Trump getting away with things that it's hard to think now that he's going to be held accountable. And sometimes the cards, just so are we. So the question I got here was, are we living in the wrong universe compared to the cards? I don't think so, but I don't, you guys tell me. Are we living in a different universe compared to the cards? Are we, they have I'm getting a different perspective on the other side. Because they're ageless and they are, and all time, well, even Einstein said all time is simultaneous. Our sense of before, during, after is we're immersed in this, so we're here, but it's over there. Very, very, very different. We are in a very material place. We are in a very heavy place. The energies are very, very heavy. That and the fact that, I mean, we have higher selves because our souls are too big to fit down into these bodies. We would, I don't know, what, burn them out? Or maybe just have to lower so much of our energy level to be here. But I would imagine it'd be more burning things out, but I don't know. And it's hard. And those on the other side, they feel our pain. They're our ups, our downs, our fears, they feel it. But it's so different. It's so different that it almost seems like sometimes they have trouble wrapping their heads around what we're asking. Take this for what you will. I don't know. But I'm just getting it so, and it's like they're struggling. But I would have thought our guides are, since they're just right there, they haven't ascended so high that they've lost touch with. Because most of our guides have been human. Not all, but most. I would have thought they can better understand, but there are also some sludgy currents of energy down here that affect things. Basically, the way I understand it is or my experience is that there's high vibration, and as you come down into the physical, the vibration gets lower until you're kind of here. But it can get lower and lower and lower still, and that's where you get that's where Epstein's hanging out for a long time on his little trickle charge from the divine, until he can finally reboot and realize every awful thing he did. Oh, and he's going to have to face all of it. But we get sludgy energy currents down here too that mess with things. Yeah, there's more. There's a lot more than is found in your philosophy, Horatio. Oh, that's sweet. Jennifer is saying my fairy coordinators. Oh, fairy coordinators. They don't understand money, but they do understand material things. So I don't get money for stuff I need. The stuff just shows up in odd ways. Jennifer, that sounds really interesting. That sounds really interesting. They're trying. We're trying so hard. And I'm just getting all the guy from the guide level, whatever that is. They're like, we love you so much. We are trying so hard. They just want to give us positive energy. They want to help. They want to give us good information. We're trying. We're so sorry when we're wrong. We're trying. It's like, okay. Send a little love. It's okay. Now, basically, this last thing I'll go over. 1:14:30. Okay, what is happening now? And I don't really have much here. I guess I could just clear up to a new page here and draw a little bit. Astrologically, what's going on is we have Mercury is in retrograde. Why things are so icky right now. All right, so it's the symbol there. All right, and that is until it's, I want to say the 21st, 20th. February until it's like February 20th or 21st, something like that. All right. Whoops. There we go. Mercury retrograde is going on right now. That's the symbol for Mercury. That's one of the ways people write retrograde. Okay, so this is going on. And basically what happens is, from our perspective, it looks like Mercury is moving backwards through the sky. It's not, but from our perspective, it looks like it is. And it doesn't like that. It doesn't, the energy gets twisted. So we get everything related to Mercury, communications, a lot of technological stuff, which is usually Uranus, but Mercury is, Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. All of that, it kind of doesn't work. People are miscommunicating. Things are breaking. That's Mercury retrograde. All right. So, and that happens 3 or 4 times a year. Renee, that won't ever happen, Autumn. I'm afraid I don't know what that refers to. Sorry, Renee. But anyway, Mercury retrograde. So, okay, we've got that going on. Fair enough. Then the question was, is this something to do with Pluto? Well, Pluto is coming toward the every when you look at an astrology wheel, don't worry, this is going to be really simple. It should take me a second to draw it. I won't do all of them, but just do a few at least. And okay. All right. When you look at an astrology wheel, let me let this thing fix itself. When you look at astrology, each of the 12 houses, there are each of these houses is ruled by a particular sign, and right now, right up here is Capricorn, whose symbol to me always looks like a couture symbol, because that's kind of their thing. So Pluto, because it goes into whatever sign it is and starts plowing its way through and making a mess, because it's clearing way for new growth. Anything that's not really strong, it just knocks over. So this is Capricorn. Each of these little wedges in the sky, because the Earth is in the center. So this is when you look out. Each of these is 30 degrees. Each wedge, because it's a circle, 360 degrees divided by 12, 30. So it's coming up toward the end. Pluto is last I looked, it was somewhere around 25 or something ish so it's here and it's coming up near the end, and it's going to go into Aquarius in 2023, 2024. So that's that. Then it'll start plowing up everything Aquarian. Yay. This is life. So right now, Saturn and Jupiter have moved on into Aquarius. A lot of things are going on in Aquarius. Pluto's kind of left behind a little bit, but it's still working its way through. And quite often there'll be some kind of crescendo, a little bit of a crescendo before it changes signs. But then as soon as it goes into Aquarius, that'll change. So right now, I don't think the big issue right now is Pluto. Could be. Well, the U.S. is having its Pluto return. That's different. let's say, I want to say in the US chart, Pluto, symbol for, well, this is the modern symbol for Pluto. Looks like a PL. Pluto, I want to say, is somewhere around the second house in the chart for the US, off the top of my head. And quit. Sorry. It takes 248 years for Pluto to go around the sun. So it's coming up on Pluto in the sky is coming up on where it was when when the US was founded. It's somewhere around here in the chart, but it's in Capricorn. No. I can't remember. It doesn't, the point is it's coming back up to where it was. The one in the sky is coming back around, and it's influencing that Pluto is power. So yes, you get these rebellions, these revolutions, these people getting, because think of Scorpios. Hi. Some consider them the most powerful of the zodiac signs because it's the intensity. Ruled by Pluto, god of the underworld. It's the edge of death. It's death and rebirth. It's the darkness. It's the underworld. It's the being stripped bare. It's the perfect, deep vulnerability, emotional vulnerability. It's also the detective looking at the slime under every rock. That's Pluto energy, and it's who has the power behind the scenes. It's not Leo. It's not like I'm king. No. No thanks. Where's the real power behind the scenes? Who's got the real power? That's Pluto. And so this transiting Pluto is hitting the Pluto that where it was when the country was founded, and it's creating this fixed, strong fight for who's got power, who's really got power, how are we really going to do things. Not traditionally the most, it's a fixed sign. Fixed signs aren't traditionally very flexible, hence the name fixed. Well, thank you, Nia. So that is becoming an issue, and it's going to be an issue over this next couple of years as Pluto finally comes up to the as Pluto in the sky actually conjuncts, because this conjunction is in the same place as Pluto in the US chart. Okay, but why now? Why are so many, basically just about every person I know, why is their life blowing up right now? I don't know where things are I don't know like what sign exactly. Actually, yes. Yeah, actually, it would be right here. Since I've got this here. What's happening right now in the sky, which it has nothing to do with Pluto, so I'll just use white out on that because I'm me. All right. Hang on. What's happening right now, what's going to be exact, I want to say on the 17th. So in just over a week's time, basically about a week's time. What's going on is this is a symbol for Saturn. Looks kind of like a 5. That's just it's so that's a symbol for Saturn, and then you have Uranus, which looks like an H with a dangly bit down the center of it. Uranus was discovered by a man named Herschel, so there's actually an H in the symbol for Uranus, which is kind of fun. And then Saturn, I always remember the symbols for Saturn, Jupiter and Saturn Jupiter looks like a 4. Saturn looks like a 5. The symbols do, which is odd because they're actually the 5th and 6th planets. But their symbols look like 4 and 5. I don't know why that sticks in my head, but it does. Anyway, so that's Saturn, and it is in Aquarius. It has moved on from its conjunction with Pluto. Remember last year in January? They were together, and then everything, COVID. But now it's here in Aquarius. Fair enough. Well, Uranus, these are both slow-moving planets. Uranus is down here in Taurus. Taurus is the sign of the material world. They are the gardeners, the gardeners, the farmers, I always say when it comes to earth signs, Taurus grows it, Virgo crafts it, Capricorn makes it expensive. So, but Uranus is the rebel. Saturn, it creates limits. They don't like each other in the first place. And they are 90 degrees away from each other, which is the square aspect. That's what you call a square, because if you draw it, you get the 90 degrees, and squares have 90 degrees. So a square, I was saying at the beginning that at the beginning of February and the beginning of August every year, it tends to be like the 2 worst times of my year, because the sun in the sky is transited, and it is squaring the sun I was born with, my natal sun. And a square, it's kind of grinding. It can, if it's good, it can create a pearl. It's the grit that allows you to create the pearl. Or it can just grind you down. And so twice a year, I get some stuff happening that grinds down my sense of self to a certain extent. It's like, okay, but I'm aware of it. So it's like, okay, I'm going to get more criticism. I'm going to have something, not work in my life. I'm going to look bad, make mistakes, bigger mistakes, So that's that square. Saturn, the favorite sayings of Saturn are things like, good fences make good neighbors. Saturn rules time, forming things, limits, but it allows creation, because if it was just all a free-for-all, you wouldn't have a body. Saturn rules bones. It also rules gravity. And we know what happens if you don't have gravity. We know what happens to your bones. It's the forming. All right, that's Saturn. Uranus, discovered by Herschel, is actually spinning on its side. The Earth spins. All right, we have our axis, and most of the planets, their axis is, kind of what you'd expect. Uranus, its axis is like this. It's just doing its thing. It's the rebel. It's the wild. It's also humanitarian and idealistic, and but it loves technology, and the bad side of it, you can get kind of a robotic Mark Zuckerberg kind of. The jokes about Mark Zuckerberg on when he was speaking in front of Congress, and it was like, wow, so lifelike. Ooh, they got it to drink water. That's the negative side of Aquarius. So Uranus rules Aquarius. So there's another planet that's in its sign. It's like, hey, yeah, that's my sign. Oh, wait. It's that stupid, obnoxious limit creator, stick in the mud, Saturn, is in my house, which is just on top of it being a square. Okay, well, maybe I can deal with the energy, but no, it's a square. So they're going to rub up against each other. So it's limits and form and how things are done, and um, things done properly. Saturn rules Capricorn, which it rules the aristocracy. Think about the stuffiest English thing you can, because not the UK, but England is Capricorn. Stiff upper lip and all, that sort of thing. Aristocracy, you must act a certain way, etiquette, all of that. That's Saturn. Uranus is id, the woo hoo hoo, right? So they don't like each other in the first place, and now they're really grinding against each other. And it's coming up to this square is coming up. It becomes exact on, I believe, the 17th, somewhere around there. So what's happening is basically the limits are grinding against the rebel or the rebellion, the eccentric, the bolts out of the blue. The Uranus is famous for bolts out of the blue. It's like, oh, there's going to be an aspect in your chart of Uranus to something in your chart. Well, what's going to happen? Well, we don't know. That's the point. You're likely to get surprises and bolts out of the blue and zap and so right now they're grinding against each other. So Saturn wants you to have a nice healthy cell that will reproduce in an orderly fashion, and Uranus is over here saying free for all. My friend's diagnosed with cancer. I have someone else I know who has had this stable situation, and suddenly their partner has taken on some themes of Uranus. I will not go into detail, but has taken on some heavy duty Uranus themes, and it has just taken their marriage and just suddenly gone kapoof. A wild coyote, unplanned. This surprise, that surprise, this breaking down, that not working, this other, what the heck? That's what's going on. And it's going to be this way until round about the 17th. Steve Judd was talking about this as well. He could probably, I know he explains it much better than I can, but because he's a genius with astrology. Steve Judd, Judd, is a YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. But he has said this is the worst astrology aspect we're going to have to deal with this year. And it's because they're outer planets. They move so slowly that when they come into aspect with each other, it's rare. So it has a bigger impact because it's not like, oh yeah, the sun, or sorry, like the moon, which is just zipping around. It's, oh, it's full. Oh, it's new. Oh, it's waning. Oh, it's waxing. Oh, it's this, it's that. And to some extent, I mean, we're definitely like, we watch the tides come in and go out, and we do da-da-da-da and all these things. But we're kind of used to it. It's like, okay, up and down, and all right, you just work around it. But when these other things from these big outer planets happen, they're massive planets, but they start doing things with each other. It's like rare. It's like, what do we do with this energy? You get through it. You breathe. So, and we're going to get through this. But yeah, for the next week or so, bolts out of the blue. It's also rebellion and revolution. But Saturn also wants people to be held accountable. Grind, 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 grind. So that's where we are. But we're going to get through it, okay? We're going to get through it. You are not alone. Hang in there. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here every day of the year. You lucky thing, you've already got me. And that is an ancient quote from one of the first, like early 90s video game. But anyway, you've already got me, you lucky devil. So anyway, hang in there. All right. And yeah, do, like you girl saying, please do check out Steve Judd on his YouTube channel. Show him some love. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that link, Lucky Girl. All right, and I pinned a comment in the chat as well. If you just need some just happy, calm pop music. No, it's not. Very little of it's in English in this song, but it's just a great song. Anyway, I put the link in. I was listening to it all morning. I'm sure I'll be listening to it again later today because it's just upbeat, but calm and nice and pleasant. And we could use some of that today. Hang in there. All right. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow.